So online, is my voice is audible to you all? Can you confirm me in chat box once? As well as screen. Clear for all of you? So thank you for the confirmation. Now, so basically in the last class, what we have discussed? So we have discussed about like introduction to the DevOps, right? So I think all you guys are attended the last session, right? So any new people here? Online first. So any new people? Okay, so all are from the last session only. Okay, that's great. Now, so in the last session, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the introduction to the DevOps and also before DevOps, DevOps history. And also we have discussed about like what are the tools we are having and what we are going to learn. Right or not? So we have discussed all those things. Right or not? Now, see here. So remember guys, at the end, at the end, as a DevOps engineer, as a DevOps engineer, we need to be work on the servers. Where we need to be work? We need to be work on the servers. Okay now. So in this class, we are going to start about like what is meant by server, types of servers, and also the architectures of servers. And also the architectures of servers. So see here. So see here. Let's say daily we are using the application, right? So daily we are using the applications. So daily we are using the phone pay, Google Pay, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, okay, Snapshot. So we are using number of applications daily. Now here my question was like, what is mean by application? Can anyone? What is mean by application? So whether it is right or wrong, you can answer. No problem. Okay, so Dinakaran, so Gayatri, Kartikeya, Roshita, and then offline. So what is meant by application? Can anyone? So whether it is right or wrong, you can answer. No problem, guys. So Paytm, it's an application. WhatsApp, it's an application. Okay. So let me tell you what is meant by application here. So let's say I'm taking the example as the Paytm. So in the Paytm, we are having number of services. So we are having the recharge, bank transactions, movie tickets, train tickets, as well as bus tickets. So basically, these all are the services. What was that? These all are the services. So see here, group of services together called application. Group of services together called what? It's going to be the application. Clear for all of you? What is meant by application here? So just try to confirm me in chat box once online. Group of services together called application. Clear? That's great. Then great. Perfect. Now see here at the end where our application will present at the end where our application will present. It is going to be present on our mobile app, nothing but phone app, or it will present on Play Store or App Store app, or it will present on the server app. Where it will present? At the end, where our application will present. So, can anyone? So, just for the interaction purpose only, I'm going to ask you. Whether it is right or wrong, you can answer, guys. So, just for the interaction only. So, at the end, where our application will present. It is going to be present on our phone, or it will present on our Play Store or App Store, or it will present on the server. Where it is going to be present? Now, great. So, where it will present? It will present on the server. Great. Where it will present? It will present on the server. Now, here my question was like, what is meant by server? What is meant by server? So remember, in interview, they are going to ask you like what is meant by servers, types of servers, architectures of servers. These all are the basic interview questions only. So if you just try to concentrate more on here, so you are going to get a lot of things. So what is meant by server? Can anyone? So whether it is right or wrong, you can answer, guys. What is meant by server? Let me tell you with simple example. Let me tell you with simple example. Let's say this is me. Let's say this is me. So totally I have went to a restaurant. Totally I have went to a restaurant. So when you have went to a restaurant, so ultimately one server boy will come, right or not? So ultimately one server boy will come to our dining table, right or not? So let's say if I have order the chicken biryani. So he is going to serve the chicken biryani, right or not? If I have ordered the water bottle, he is going to serve the water bottle, right or not? If I have ordered, if I have ordered the dessert, so he is going to serve the dessert, right or not? So here server boy is going to be fulfilling my needs. Here server boy is going to be fulfill my needs. In the same manner, at the end, server is nothing but which provides the services to the end user. Which provides the services to the end user. Let's say if I have opened the Chrome, and I am searching for the paytm.com. So ultimately, Chrome server is providing the Paytm services to me. Chrome server is providing the Paytm services to me. Once I have opened the Chrome, and I am searching for the Netflix.com. So ultimately, Chrome server is providing the Netflix services to me. Again, once I have opened the Chrome and I am searching for the AHA movies. So ultimately, Chrome server is providing the AHA services to me. So ultimately, what is meant by server now? Server is nothing but which provides the services to the end user. Which provides the services to the end user. So clear for all of you what is meant by server online? Just try to confirm in chat box once. Online. Clear for all of you. Great. That's perfect. Okay. Now, so after this, we are having what? We are having the types of servers. What we are having here? We are having the types of servers. Now, see here, majorly we are having three types of servers. How many types of servers we are having? Types of servers. So majorly we are having three types. So the first one was like web server. Was the first one here? The web server. Next, so the second one was like the app server. What was the second one here? App server. So the third one was like the database server. What was the third one here? Database server. Okay. So totally we are having how many types of servers? We are having three types of servers. So what are they? So the first one was like web server. So the second one was like app server. So the third one was like database server. Okay. Now let us discuss one by one. So what is meant by web server? What is meant by app server? What is meant by database server? Let us discuss one by one. So the first one is about what? So the first one is about web server. What was the first one here? First one is about web server. Now, what is meant by web server? What is meant by web server? So web server is nothing but which provide the UI part of your application. UI part of your application. Web server is nothing but what? Which provides the UI part. Nothing but user interface part. Let's say once I have opened the Chrome and I am searching for the paytm.com. So ultimately what I am getting here? I am getting like the UI. Nothing but user interface. So this is nothing but our web server. This is nothing but our web server. Next. So the second point was like who will work on the web server? Who will work on the web server? So we are having development team. We are having development team, and also we are having UI UX team. We are having what? UI UX team. So web server is nothing but what, guys? So which provides the UI part, nothing but user interface part. And also who will work on the web server? We are having like UI UX team. Next, which type of technologies they are going to use? So they are going to use like Java, sorry, CSS, CSS, HTML, Java, React, Angular. What they are going to use? So they are going to use like CSS, HTML, Java, React, Angular. Next, where it is going to be present? It is going to be present on the presentation layer. Where it will present? It will present on the presentation layer, guys. So basically we are having a concept called OSI layers. We are having a concept called OSI layers. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the OSI layers in upcoming classes. So as of now, just try to assume like our web server will present on the presentation layer. So this is completely about the web server, guys. So clear for all of you about the web server? Web server is nothing but what? Which provides the UI part of your application. Who will work on the web server? So we are having the development team, and also we are having UI UX team. So which type of technologies they are going to use? So they are going to use like CSS, HTML, Java, React, Angular. So where it will present? It will present on the presentation layer. Next, after web server, what we are having here? We are having the app server. What we are having? We are having the app server. Now, what is meant by app server? App server in the sense of it's an application server, guys. App server in the sense of it's an application server. Now, what is meant by application server? Application server is nothing but the place where our logic was present. The place where our logic was present. Now, here my question was like, what is meant by logic first? What is meant by logic? Let's say the moment I have opened the Chrome and I am searching for the paytm.com. So ultimately what I am getting? I am getting one UI. So this is nothing but what? Our web server. Right. Now click on the bus tickets. So my site was redirecting, right? So from the web server to app server, it was redirecting. Paytm.com and I am searching for the DTH recharge. So it was redirecting, right? So from where to where it was redirecting? It was redirecting from web server to app server. Again, paytm.com, click on the mobile recharge. So ultimately, it was redirecting. From where to where it was redirecting? It was redirecting from web server to app server. Okay. So ultimately, here our logic was present. Where our logic was present. Next, who will work on the app server? Who will work on the app server? So ultimately, we are having the development team and also we are having the development team. Next, which type of technologies they are going to use? So they are going to use like Java. They are going to use like Java, .NET, Python. Java, .NET, Python. They are going to use. Next, where it will present? It is going to be present on the logic layer. Where it will be present? It will present on the logic layer. So these layers are also going to be called as application layer. Application layer. So from the day two onwards, you guys are going to get the interview questions. Okay, so these all are the interview purpose only. So how many types of servers we are having? So what are they? So just try to explain briefly. So it was the fresher question. Okay, so I will tell you when the questions was coming. According to that, I am going to guide that. Okay. So clear for all of you about the web server as well as app server. So just try to confirm in chat box once online first. Clear for all of you about the web server as well as app server. So what about the others? Gayatri, Kartikeya, and then you are having the remaining. Great. So after app server, what we are having? We are having the database server. What we are having here? We are having the database server. Now, what is meant by database server? What is meant by database server? Let me tell you. So, database server is nothing but the place where our information, the place where our information are going to be stored. DB server. So, the first one was like the place where our info are going to be saved. Now, let me tell you, see here. Let's say the moment I am trying to book the bus tickets, So I need to pass my details, right? So from where to where I am traveling, when I am traveling, in which bus I am traveling, at what time I am traveling. So I need to pass my entire details, my mobile number, my mail ID, entire thing I need to be passed. So basically, this information, where it is going to be stored, it is going to be stored on the database server only. It is going to be stored on database server only. The place wherever information are going to be stored. Next, who will work on the database server? So we are having the database team. Who will work on the database server? We are having the database DB. Which type of technologies they are going to use? They are going to use like SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL. We are having MongoDB, HANADB. According to our requirement, database team will work on the database server. Database team will work on the database server. Next, where it is going to be present? It is going to be present on the back end. Where it will present? It will present on the back end. So this is completely about the database server. So let me recap it one more time. So what we have discussed till the day, I mean to say up to now. So we have discussed about the application. Now, what is meant by application? Application is nothing but group of services. Group of services. So remember, recharge, bank transactions, movie tickets, train tickets, bus tickets. Basically, these all are the services. Group of services together called what? It's an application. So at the end, wherever application will present, it is going to be present on the server. Where it will present? It will present on the server. Now, what is meant by server? Server is nothing but which provides the services to the end user. Which provides the services to the end user. Now, after this, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the types of servers. So, majorly we are having three types of servers. So, what are they? Web server, app server, as well as database server. Now, what is meant by web server? Web server is nothing but which provides the UI part of our application. So, who will work on the web server? We are having the UI UX team, and also we are having development team. So which type of technologies they are going to use? So they are going to use like CSS, HTML, Java, React, Angular. So where it will present? It will present on the presentation layer. So after web server, what we are having here? We are having the app server. Now what is meant by app server here? The place where our logic was present. So who will work on the app server? We are having the development team. So which type of technologies they are going to use? So they are going to use like Java, .NET, Python. So where it is going to be present? It is going to be present on the logic layer. Okay. So after app server, what we are having here? We are having the database server. Now what is meant by database server? Database server is nothing but the place where our info are going to be saved, stored. Next, who will work on the database server? We are having the database team. So which type of technologies they are going to use? So they are going to use like SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL. So where it will present? It will present on the backend. Where it will present? It will present on the backend. So clear for all of you about the servers as well as types of servers. So just try to confirm in chat box once on online as well as offline. Clear for all of you. First, online. Clear? Great. Now, after this, we are having, installation of servers. What we are having here? We are having the installation of servers. So how we are going to install the servers? Let us try to explore that. Now, see here, before going to start about the installation of servers, let's say this is the plain water. So this was a empty water. Now Here my question was like, what is the color of water, guys? In generally, what is the color of water? What is the color of water? Basically, it's going to be the transparent, right? There is no color. So if I have dropped the red color over the plain water, what will happen? It turns into the red. If I have dropped the yellow color over the plain water, what will happen? Turns into the yellow. If I have dropped the green color over the plain water, what will happen? It turns into the green. If I have dropped the pink color over the plain water, what will happen? It turns into the pink. Right or not? Whereas in the same way, in a similar way, if I have, let's say, this is my plain server, this is my empty server. So once I have installed the web server configuration, web server configuration over the plain server, web server configuration over the plain server. So then the server is going to act as, then the server is going to act as the web server, act as web server. The server is going to act as what? It's going to be the web server. Again, so once I have installed the app server configuration over the plain server, once I have installed the app server configuration over the plain server, then the server is going to act as your app server. Then the server is going to act as your what? App server. Again, once I have installed the database server configuration, database server configuration over the plain server, empty server. Then the server is going to act as your database server. Then the server is going to act as what? It's going to be the database server. So clear for all of you how we are going to install the web server, app server as well as database server. Just try to understand the theoretical concept. So in future we are going to create our servers, own servers. So we are going to install the web server, we are going to install the app server, we are going to install the database servers. All those things we are going to be installed. So just try to understand the theoretical part. Okay. Next. After this, we are having the architectures of servers. What we are having here? We are having the architectures of servers. So majorly we are having, I mean to say, totally we are having four types of architectures. How many types of architectures we are having? Four types. So the first one was like one tier architecture. One tier architecture. The second one was like two-tier architecture. So the third one was like three-tier architecture. Now, what about the fourth one, guys? Can anyone? The first one was like one tier. So the second one was like two tier. Third one was like three tier. So what about the fourth one? Can anyone? So just for the interaction purpose only. So that's the reason. What about the fourth one? So it's going to be the N-tier architecture. So also we are going to call this as multi-layer architecture. Multi-layer architecture. So totally we are having four types of architecture. So the first one was like one tier architecture. So the second one was like tier architecture. So the third one was like three tier architecture. So the fourth one was like what? N tier architecture. Okay. Now see here. Now let us discuss one by one. So what is meant by one tier architecture, two tier architecture, three tier architecture, also the n tier architecture. Let us discuss one by one. So the first one was like what? It's going to be the one tier architecture. What was the first one here? One tier architecture. One tier architecture. Okay. Now what is meant by one tier architecture? So see here, remember, tier is nothing but layer. Layer is nothing but what? It's going to be the layer. Layer is nothing but what? It's going to be the server. So ultimately, I can call these as one server architecture. Right or not? I can call this as one server architecture. Tier is nothing but layer. Layer is nothing but server. So ultimately, I can call this as one server architecture. So observe carefully. In the one tier architecture, totally how many servers I am having? I am having only one server. Why? Because the name itself contains one server, right? So in the one tier architecture, I am having only one server. So let's say this is my server. This is my only one server. Within the single server, we are having our web server, we are having our app server, also we are having the database server. Within the single server, we are having the web server, we are having the app server, also we are having database server. So then this type of architecture is nothing but one tier architecture. Then this type of architecture is nothing but what? One tier architecture. Now, example for one tier architecture. Example for one tier architecture is going to be the laptop. So remember, laptop is also a server. We can able to host the applications in the laptop. Okay, let me tell you why laptop is going to be the example for one tier architecture. Laptop is going to be the example for one tier architecture. Let me explain. So see here, let's say this is my laptop. Once I have opened the VLC media, in my laptop I am having the VLC media. Once I have opened the VLC media, so ultimately I am getting one UI, right or not? So this is nothing but our web server. Okay. Now click on the media, open the file. So it was redirected from the web server to app server. It was redirected. So this is our app server now. So actually I am having one video. So basically where this video was present, it was present on the memory. Nothing but in the database it was present. So within the single place, I am having the web server, and also I am having the app server, and also I am having the database. So then this type of architecture is nothing but what? One tier architecture. So clear for all of you about the one tier architecture? So just try to confirm in chat box once online first. So online. So what about the others? So I need the response. So if you more interact, so I can deliver more, right? Great. Perfect. Now, see here, after one tier architecture, what we are having? We are having the two-tier architecture. What we are having here? We are having the two-tier architecture. Now, what is meant by two-tier architecture? What is meant by two-tier architecture? So remember, see here, tier is nothing but layer. Layer is nothing but server. Layer is nothing but what? Server. So ultimately, I can call these as two server. two server architecture. Right or not? Ultimately, I can call this as two server architecture. Now, observe carefully. So in the two server architecture, so how many servers we are going to be have? We are going to have only two servers. So why? Because the name itself contains two server, right? So we are having how many servers? We are having two servers. So this is going to be the server 1. This is going to be the server 2. This is going to be the server 2. So this is the server 1. This is the server 2. So we are going to provide the communication between them. We are going to provide the communication between them. Okay, in the first server, we are going to install the web server. In the second server, we are going to install the app server, and also we are going to install the database server. Also, we are going to install the database server. So then this type of architecture, are nothing but what? It's going to be the two-tier architecture. It's going to be the two-tier architecture. So now, example for two-tier architecture. Example for two-tier architecture is going to be like your mobile with YouTube. Mobile with YouTube. Let me tell you why mobile as well as YouTube are going to be the example for two-tier architecture. Let's say in mobile, let's say this is our mobile. In our mobile, we are having the YouTube, right or not? We are having the YouTube. So once I have opened the YouTube, we are going to get some videos, right? So basically, YouTube was present on your phone, but the content that are present in the YouTube, the content that are present in the YouTube, it was present on somewhere else, right or not? The content that are present in the YouTube, it was present on somewhere else, right or not? So here somewhere else is nothing but our server. So content was present on the server. So your mobile is going to be the server 1 now. So server 1 is going to be the mobile. Somewhere else is going to be like server 2. Clear for all of you about the two-tier architecture as well as example. So I'm clear for all of you. Great. Perfect. Next, after two-tier architecture, what we are having? We are having the three-tier architecture. Now, again, tier is nothing but what? It's going to be the layer. Layer is nothing but what? It's going to be the server. So I can call this as three server architecture. Right or not? I can call this as three server architecture. So in the three server architecture, totally how many types of servers we are having? We are having, how many servers we are having? We are having three servers. So this is the server 1, server 2, as well as server 3. We are going to provide the communication between them. We are going to provide the communication between them. So then this type of architecture is nothing but what? It's going to be the three-tier architecture. It's going to be the three-tier architecture. Okay. So the first one was like web. So the second one was like app. So the third one was like data. Okay. So example for three-tier architecture. Example for three-tier architecture. Again, it is going to be the mobile with Bluetooth only. So see, in the two-tier architecture, we have configured like app server as well as database server within the single server. But here we are maintaining separately. Remember, when you are maintaining the separately, it's going to be like very fast. And also, if you are having the app server as well as database server within the single server, so your server is going to get heavy load. So the moment your server is getting the heavy load, ultimately, what will happen, So it will get like the response is going to be very slow. So that's the reason we are going to maintain app server as well as database server separately. So clear for all of you about the three-tier architecture? Great. Perfect. Now, three-tier architecture, after three-tier architecture, what we are having? We are having the n-tier architecture. What we are having? N-tier architecture. Architecture. So these also going to call as what? Multi-layer, multi-layer architecture. Multi-layer architecture. Now, let me explain you with example directly. Okay. So let's say, just try to understand carefully. In real time, we are having the multi-layer only, guys. Interview, they are going to ask you, but at the end, we need to be work on the multi-layer architecture only. Just try to understand carefully. And here, architecture. So this is also going to call as multi-layer architecture. Multi-layer. Now, see here. Let's say I have opened my mobile. Once I have opened my mobile, or let's say, yeah, mobile. So the best example, like laptop. So I have opened my laptop. This is my laptop. Okay. So I am searching for Amazon.com. Amazon.com. So ultimately, Amazon site will be hit, right or not? From the Chrome, I have opened the Amazon.com. So ultimately, it will hit the Amazon server. So in the Amazon, I am searching for iPhone 15. iPhone 15 I am going to search. So ultimately it will display all the iPhone 15 phones, right or not? iPhone 15 phones, it will be displayed. So some are in red, white color phones we are having, let's say, yellow color phones I am having. So let's say I am having the red color phones. So totally I have click on the white color phone. iPhone 15 white color phone I have selected. So ultimately it will redirect to some other page. So regarding iPhone 15, it will display the specifications, right? So iPhone 15, 8 GB, 16 GB. Let's say we are having, let's say 32 GB. So we are having 8 GB. Let's say we are having 16 GB. iPhone, we are having, let's say 32 GB. Right? So totally I have selected 16 GB. Totally I have selected 16 GB. Later, what I need to do? I need to add to the cart. Need to add to the cart. So totally I have added to the cart. Next, What I need to do? Checkout. I mean to say payment. What we are having later. After payment, these information are going to be stored on where? It's going to be stored on the database. Right or not? So see, this is the server. Laptop is going to be the server 1. Now this is going to be the server 2. This is going to be the server 3. This is going to be the server 4. This is going to be the server 5. And this is going to be the server 6. So multiple servers are involved here, right or not? So then this type of architecture, is nothing but entire architecture. Clear for all of you about the entire architecture online? So online, just try to confirm in chat box. So what about the others? So sure, definitely. So see, let's say the entire architecture is going to be, let's say, I'm going to open my laptop. So in my laptop, totally I have searched for the Amazon.com. So in the Amazon site was open. So in the Amazon, I am searching for the iPhone 15. So it will display regarding iPhone 15 phones. So white color phone I am having, yellow color phone I am having, so red color phone I am having. Let's say. Okay. Now I have selected the iPhone 15 white color phone. So once I have selected the iPhone 15 white color phone, it will display you like 8 GB phone, 16 GB phone, as well as 32 GB mobile. Okay. Now totally I have selected my 16 GB mobile. So I have added to the card. Later I have done the payment. So it was saved on the database. Okay. So here my laptop is going to the server 1. Amazon 15 site is going to the server 2, server 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you observe, multiple servers are involved. Okay. So then this type of architecture is going to be entire architecture, multi-layer architecture. Clear now? That's perfect. So let me recap it one more time what we have discussed from the first. Okay. So you guys are going to be answered. Okay. So just try to answer carefully. Okay. So see what we have discussed till now. I'm going to recap it very quick. So first, what we have discussed, about the application. Now, what is meant by application, guys? Application is nothing but group of services together called application. So at the end, wherever application will present, it is going to be present on the server. Now, what is meant by server? Which provides the services to the end user. So later we have discussed about the types of servers. Now, totally how many types of servers we are having majorly? 3 types. So what are they? Web server, app server, database server. Now, what is meant by web server? Web server is nothing but which provides the UI part of your application. So who will work on the web server? We are having the development team and also we are having the UI UX team. So this type of technologies they are going to use. So they are going to use like CSS, HTML, Java, yet Angular. So where it will present? It will present on the presentation layer. After web server, what we are having? We are having the app server. Now what is meant by app server? The place where our logic was present. So who will work on the app server? We are having the database, I mean said development team. So which type of technologies they are going to use? So they are going to use like Java, .NET, Python. So where it will present? It will present on the logic layer. So after web server, app server, what we are having? We are having the database server. Now what is meant by database server? The place where our info are going to be saved. So who will work on the database server? We are having the database team. So which type of technologies they are going to use? So they are going to use like SQL, MySQL, Postgres, SQL. So where it will present? It will present on the backend. Okay, later what we have discussed? We have discussed about the installation of servers, right? So when we have installed the web server configuration or the plain server, then the server is going to act as web server. In the same manner, app server configuration. So then the server is going to act as your app server, database server configuration. Then the server is going to act as database server. So after this, we have discussed about the architectures of servers. So totally how many types of architectures we are having? We are having the 4 types. So what are they? 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier, as well as n tier. So we are having the first one is like 1 tier. So here tier is nothing but what? Layer. Layer is nothing but what? Server. Now ultimately I can call this as one server architecture. So in the one server architecture, totally how many servers we are having? We are having only one server. Within the single server, we are having the web server, app server, as well as database server. So then this type of architecture is nothing but what? 1 tier architecture. Example for 1 tier architecture, laptop. After that, we have discussed about the 2 tier architecture. In the 2 tier architecture, tier is nothing but what? Layer. Layer is nothing but what? Server. Server is nothing but, I mean to say, I can call this as 2 server architecture. So totally how many servers we are having? 2 servers. So server 1, server 2. We are going to provide the communication between them. So the first server is going to be the web server. So the second server is going to be the app server as well as database server. So then this type of architecture is nothing but what? 2 tier architecture. Example for 2 tier architecture is going to be the mobile as well as YouTube. So after this, we are having what? We are having the 3 tier architecture. So 3 tier architecture. In the 3 tier architecture, totally how many servers we are having? 3 servers. So we are going to provide the communication between them. So then this type of architecture is nothing but 3 tier architecture. Example for 3 tier architecture, mobile as well as YouTube only again. Clear for all of you? After this, we have discussed about the entire architecture. So the example is going to be the Amazon. Clear? Huh? So very quick revision. Yeah. So guys, so that's it from mine for today. So if you are having any doubts, you can ask. Any doubts from this class, guys? So as we are in the starting, so just let's go with the slow. So whatever you are learning, either it is going to be the 2 points or 3 points. Okay. So learn perfectly. So I'm going to deliver a quality as well as very good knowledge for you. So just try to communicate with me. 100% you guys are going to get the knowledge. So any doubts from this class online? So not only from this class, so if you want to talk regarding anything, you can. So I think Dinakaran was talking, so I'm not able to hear your voice.
Yeah, am I audible, right? Hello?
Yeah, now you are audible.
Yeah, this whole class going to be a DevOps training or plus DevSecOps training? I mean, DevOps plus security.
DevSecOps.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah,
So I think this was the first session for you, right?
yeah, correct.
Okay, no problem. So you can continue. Why? Because the interaction was happening in the last class. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So new people like Any new people? Gayatri, you were from last class or this is the first session for you? Gayatri, Rohita. So last session or for, I would say this was the first session for you. Karthikeya, I think he was in the last class. Satya also. Okay. Anyway, so if you have missed the last class, so just try to ignore those class. So why? Because it will not affect you the today's class, right? So it was an introduction to the DevOps. So if you wanna me cover that one as well, so I can able to take the backup session for you. So just try to attend the classes regularly. So 100% you will get the subject. So when you are learning from the real time employees, okay, you will get the real time subject. Okay. So learn from the real time employees. So you guys are going to get the real time subject, real time work as. Okay. So I'm having like around the experience in like recording DevOps has a 7+ years of experience. So overall IT is going to be the 10+ years of experience. Okay. So whatever the knowledge I'm having, I'm going to deliver for you. Okay.